What's up, guys? I'm going to make this video on how to make strength gains in the gym while you're cutting. All right. So everybody knows that when you're cutting and you're in a daily calorie deficit, you're in a catabolic state, which means your body is not primed to build muscle by any means. When you're in a surplus, you're in an anabolic state, your body's primed to build muscle. It's more susceptible to building muscle. Granted, when you're a new person to the gym, you're in the gym, it's your first 6 months, you're going to experience what we call newbie gains. And you're going to make probably the most amount of strength gains and muscle gains that you've ever seen in your life, just because it's such a shock to your body. It's really new to your body. Your body's like, whoa, I've never done this before. So you're gonna build a lot of muscle, probably a pound a week. It's gonna be really new to your body. As you start moving into that intermediate stage after you've been in the gym a year, the amount of muscle that you can probably build in a month, maybe 2 to 3 pounds. And then after 2+ years of consistent training, you might even be, the most amount of muscle that you can build in a month is maybe 1 to 2 pounds. All right, so your body gets really acclimated to your routine. But what I've been doing, since I've been lifting almost 2 years now consistently, 6 times a week, but obviously when you're cutting weight, your primary focus, you have tunnel vision set on chipping away that fat and revealing that muscle, right? But all that chipping away of fat is coming from your diet, right? So when you're in the gym, you can be also focused on making sure that you're gaining strength as well. Everybody talks about getting weaker in the gym when they're in a deficit. Man, I'm cutting, dude. My bench just dropped. And I think that's because they're still training for pyramid style training, which is when you hop on that bench press, boom, you throw 135 on for 15, throw 155 on for 12, 185 for 10, 225 for 6, right? That's because you're going up the pyramid, all right? High volume, low weight, a little less volume, a little more weight, and so on and so forth until you're at 225 for heavy weight, low volume, low reps. All right, so rather than doing that and going up the pyramid, wouldn't it make more sense for gym performance to give your muscles, like you're wearing out your muscles. By the time you get to that heaviest set, that's when the progressive overload occurs. That's when your muscle gets shocked when it's lifting that heavy weight. And that's when your muscle is going to grow. So if you can do 225 for 6 after 15 reps of 135, 12 reps of 155, 10 reps of 185, and then you can still do 6 reps of 225, wouldn't it make more sense just to hop on the bench, warm up real quick with 95 pounds, warm up, and don't warm up till failure. Okay, don't warm up till your chest is so pumped that it burns and you got to rack the weight. I'm talking about 10 reps, man. All right, just enough to get a little pump going, right? Just to warm up the chest, loosen it up. Throw 135 on. I don't care if you can hit 135 for 25 or 30 reps before totally fatiguing your muscle. Just hit it for 10. Do 50% of what you can actually do until you reach muscle failure. All right. In the warm-up set, I don't count it as a real set. You have warm-up sets, you have working sets. For the warm-up set, your job isn't to blow out your muscles, man. All right, it's to warm them up for the working sets, for the sets that are actually going to cause muscle growth. All right, and create that progressive overload. Okay, so you get those muscles warmed up for 2 working sets, and I do this for every muscle group. All right, obviously, after you start off on bench press, you only need to warm up your chest once. You don't need to warm up your chest on flies. You don't need to warm up your chest on the flat bench and the decline bench or whatever you do. Okay, just one time, get it loose. And after you do 3 working sets, you already got that blood in there. It's already pumped up. You don't need to warm up anymore. But what I do, rather than doing the pyramid style training while I'm cutting, and I also do this while I'm bulking, is I focus on creating those strength gains. So I'll throw, right now I think I'm hitting 205 on incline. I'm weighing 198 pounds right now. I'm pretty freaking lean right now. So I'm down to 198. I'm hitting 205 on incline for, I believe, 6 reps. All right. And I'm keeping mental notes of that. So boom, right after 2 warm-up steps, I immediately throw 205 on the bar, hit it for 6, and I just take 10 pounds or 5 pounds off each side. Just lower it 10 pounds to 195. Hit it for 5, right? Or hit it for 5 or 6 again. Then I drop the weight down to 185, okay? And then I try to hit it for 6 to 7, all right? Then I drop it down to 155 and hit it for, 7, 8, 9 reps, all right? And then I drop it down to 135 and then I go until failure. Okay, so it's a little bit different there, a little bit different style of training, because my chest is going to be at its strongest point for my heaviest set, and that's where you want it. So next time I go into the gym, after a couple of weeks of doing that, I'm going to be like, I'm going to increase my strength today. I'm going to hit a new PR. All right, it may not sound like a lot, but when you can lift an extra 5 pounds or even get an extra rep in there, that means you're gaining strength. So you can gauge your strength off reps, or you can gauge your strength off of weight. So the moment that I can do 205 for 7 reps, boom, I'm going to take 2.5 pounds and slap it on there. I'm going to increase my bench by another 5 pounds. I'll probably be able to hit that for 5, maybe 6, right? As soon as I can hit that for 7 reps, I'm going to throw some more weight on there. So always be focused on muscle strength, increasing your strength gains. And that's going to keep you strong, and that's going to it's going to preserve your muscle mass through your cut, and you might actually be able to make some muscle gains, because I feel like muscle and strength gains kind of run parallel with muscle gains. They just coexist. It just makes sense. If your muscles are getting stronger, they're getting bigger, or they're getting denser. Something's occurring there. So that's what I do for every single exercise. I pick one key lift on every single day, whether it's shoulder day, leg day, back day, all right? And it's the exercise in my head where I'm like, you know what? That's the exercise that I can lift the most weight on, all right? It's 2 different styles of hypertrophy. You can do sarcoplasmic hypertrophy, which only accounts for about 25 to 30% of your muscles growth, or the myofibrillar hypertrophy, which accumulates the other 70% of your muscles growth. All right, and that's when you're lifting heavy weight. That's when you're doing the deadlifts, the heavy incline presses, the weighted chin-ups. When I do back day, I'm doing weighted chin-ups. Right now I'm at 6 weighted chin-ups with a 45-pound plate strapped around my waist. I want to get up to 3 45-pound plates. I want to be able to do 5 weighted chin-ups with 135 pounds dangling between my legs. All right, imagine how strong that guy can be. Imagine how strong that guy is to be able to lift himself 5 times with another person hanging from his waist. All right, imagine how many pull-ups he can do. All right, who do you think's going to be stronger? The guy that goes in the gym every single day and just does pull-ups with his body weight and tries to increase his reps slightly each month, or the guy that increases his overall strength of his back muscles by doing weighted pull-ups at a 5 to 6 rep range? Imagine how many pull-ups you can do when you take that weight off your waist. So always be train for reverse pyramid training. You'd be surprised at how strong that you'll get doing that. It's incredible. And don't overtrain. Right now, I'm just doing incline press for bench press. I do incline press barbell, incline press dumbbell, 4 sets of each. I move into 6 sets of cable flies, incline, decline, 3 sets each. My chest is done for the day. All right. I've shocked my muscles enough to stimulate muscle growth, and I'm on to hit some triceps. Okay, so don't overtrain. Give your body enough rest. Right now I'm doing push-pull, legs and shoulders, rest, repeat. All right, so that's 6 days on, 1 off throughout a course of 7 days. And those are some just tips that I wanted to throw out for you guys. That's what I'm doing for my clients right now. Whether they're cutting or they're bulking, I'm focusing on making strength gains, because those, like I said, it runs parallel with muscle size. And they're seeing some really great results for it. I'm actually, what I do for my clients right now, I had them, when you first start out, I typically like to start somebody out on a traditional pyramid style training program, because I don't want to put somebody that's new to the gym underneath a bar and say, hey man, all right, your first set, we're gonna go ahead and lift as heavy as possible. That's just not smart. Okay, I want my clients to be in the gym. I want them to build up some muscle strength. I want them to get acclimated to what they know that they can lift and what's heavy for them. All right, so once you've been in the gym 3-6 months and you've built some strength up and you know what's heavy for you and you know what's not heavy for you, you'll be able to do more of reverse pyramid style training rather than the traditional pyramid training. So I hope this gave you guys some insight. If you're plateauing right now in the gym, a few things that you guys can change, all right, is the range of motion of your exercise, the reps, the sets, the exercise itself, the tempo, or the intensity. Okay, those are some variables that you can play with that'll totally just change up your exercise or change up your muscle growth. It might stimulate it, shock it. Just those simple little things can have profound effects on your muscles, just because, man, it's switching that up, changing up an exercise, man, changing up your sets, your reps, your range of motion, tempo, intensity. Stuff like that is definitely gonna throw your muscles a curveball and they'll start growing again. So with that being said, drop the video a like, leave me a comment, let me know what you think. I want to see a comment down below on what style of training that you guys are currently doing, or even if you're not training and you want to, if this made sense to you as a beginner in the gym, if I explained this well enough for you guys. But with that being said, I'm about to go work out. Hope you guys have a good workout. And if you're not even planning on working out today, get it in. All right, let's go.